The 2019 graduating class at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point marked a significant milestone in the Academy's history. It was a year that saw the highest number of African American women graduating. This achievement represents not only a change in demographics within the military, but also reflects broader societal shifts toward inclusivity and diversity in leadership roles. The increased presence of African American women at West Point is indicative of a larger movement within the United States, where conversations about race, gender, and opportunity have gained momentum. To understand the significance of this milestone, it is essential to consider the historical context surrounding the U.S. military and the Academy. West Point, founded in 1802, has a long and storied history. It has been a breeding ground for military leaders, some of whom have shaped the course of American history. However, like many institutions in the United States, it has struggled with issues of race and gender. For much of its existence, West Point was predominantly white and male. African Americans, especially women, faced significant barriers to entry and acceptance. The journey of African American women in the military has been fraught with challenges. The history of African Americans in the military itself is marked by discrimination and segregation. Even as they fought valiantly for their country, many African American soldiers were denied equal treatment and opportunities. It was not until the latter half of the 20th century that significant changes began to occur, largely due to the civil rights movement. The military began to open its doors to more diversity, recognizing that the strength of the armed forces lay in its ability to reflect the nation it serves. In 1976, West Point admitted its first female cadets, a pivotal moment in the Academy's history. However, the percentage of women, particularly women of color, remained low for many years. The late 20th and early 21st centuries saw gradual improvements, but the road to equality was still long and challenging. As a result, the increase in the number of African American women graduating from West Point in 2019 is a powerful symbol of progress. The rise in the number of African American women at West Point can be attributed to several factors. One of the most significant is the shift in societal attitudes toward race and gender. The growing recognition of the importance of diversity and representation in leadership roles has influenced many young women of color to pursue careers in the military. The idea that women can and should take on leadership roles has gained traction, empowering many to challenge traditional notions of what it means to serve. Bria Aaron, a graduate and woman of color, has openly spoken out about the challenges she had faced at West Point. Speaking to the media, she recounted instances when she was the only woman of color, or even the only woman of any race, in her classes. And even with the increase in numbers, Black women made up less than 4% of that year's graduating class, indicating that while progress has been made, much work still lies ahead. Their stories reflect the complexities of navigating an environment where representation is still lacking, yet they persevered, ultimately becoming role models for future generations. But despite challenges, this milestone moment was celebrated widely, particularly on social media, where a photo of the graduating women dressed in uniform went viral, sparking a wave of congratulatory messages. Senator Cory Booker tweeted, "Almost 2 years ago, West Point grad Simone Askew became the first Black woman leader of the Corps of Cadets. This month, West Point will graduate the largest class of Black women in their history. Don't let anyone tell you representation doesn't matter." Such sentiments reflect the significance of representation in inspiring change and encouraging young women to envision themselves in roles of leadership and service. Furthermore, mentorship and support systems have played a crucial role in this transformation. Organizations that focus on promoting diversity in the military have emerged, providing resources, guidance, and encouragement to young women of color. These organizations work to create pathways for success and help to build a network of support among women in the military. Programs aimed at encouraging young girls to explore military careers have also gained popularity. These initiatives provide resources and mentorship, helping to break down barriers and open doors for future generations. The visibility of African American women in leadership roles within the military has also contributed to this change. As more African American women succeed in the armed forces, they serve as role models for younger generations. Their stories of perseverance and achievement inspire others to pursue their dreams, regardless of the obstacles they may face. This visibility helps to normalize the idea of African American women as leaders and decision makers within the military and beyond. In addition to societal shifts, the military itself has made strides toward inclusivity. The U.S. Army has implemented policies aimed at increasing diversity within its ranks. Efforts to recruit women and people of color have become a priority, reflecting a commitment to building a force that represents the nation it serves. These policies have resulted in a more inclusive environment within the military, making it possible for women of color to envision themselves as part of that community. The increased presence of African American women at West Point is not only significant for the Academy, but also for the military as a whole. The diversity of perspectives and experiences that these women bring enhances the decision-making process and strengthens the overall effectiveness of the armed forces. It is essential to recognize that a military that reflects the demographics of the nation is better equipped to understand and respond to the needs of its citizens. Moreover, the experiences of African American women at West Point highlight the importance of fostering an inclusive environment. While the 2019 class saw a record number of African American women, challenges remain. The experiences of these women at the Academy illustrate the need for continued efforts to address issues of bias and discrimination. Creating a culture that values diversity and encourages open dialogue is crucial in ensuring that all cadets feel supported and empowered. The 2019 graduating class at West Point, with its record number of African American women, is a landmark moment in the history of the U.S. Military Academy and the military as a whole. It symbolizes the progress made in the pursuit of equality and the importance of diversity in leadership roles. While challenges remain, the achievements of these women serve as a beacon of hope and inspiration for others. The journey toward inclusivity is ongoing, and the stories of these cadets remind us of the strength that comes from embracing diversity. As society continues to evolve, the impact of these trailblazers will be felt for years to come, paving the way for a future where everyone has the opportunity to serve and lead.